Alrighty. So today I'm going to go over something that I feel like intimidates a lot of beginners, but honestly, there's really no reason why it should, and that's how to clean your lenses. So today I'm going to go over how to clean the lens. I'm going to go over what you should use to clean your lens, what I suggest not to use, and we're going to just go through the process here together. So I have here my Nikon 50mm 1.8Z lens, and recently I actually went out to Boston to photograph the Chinese New Year. Now, if you're not aware, during Chinese New Year, what they actually do is they set firecrackers off in front of businesses. So, needless to say, there was a lot of gunpowder, and gunpowder is very messy. Now, these firecrackers were exploding incredibly close to my lens, and thankfully I had a lens protector on there, but there is still definitely some gunpowder just kind of residual sitting on my lens. So today we're going to clean that. So first you need a microfiber cloth. Now microfiber cloths are an extremely useful piece of photography cleaning equipment, and they are specifically designed to not fray, so they're perfect for your lens. One thing though is to be careful on where you get your microfiber cloths. I would get them from either a photo retailer or Amazon or something along those lines, because the ones that you get from your optometrist or your eye doctor actually have silicone in them, and what can happen is that silicone is meant to fill in scratches in your glasses, but what it can do is actually have the opposite effect on your camera lens. It can actually scratch the coatings on your camera lens. So very good to be aware of. So next you need a solution. This is called ROR. This is an industrial oil remover. And it is built specifically for lenses. There are obviously other types of solutions that you can get that are cheaper. This was about 10 bucks for the bottle, but you can definitely get it cheaper if you want. I personally just think this is one of the best ones that you can get. And last but not least, you want a rocket blower. Rocket blowers are really cool too. Basically, they just recycle the air that's in the atmosphere and blow off any particles or dust that's on your stuff. You can also use them for keyboards. So first we're going to take our lens and we are going to take our rocket blower and we're actually going to blow onto the lens to get any excess particles or dust off of the lens that otherwise we would just move around if we were to try and clean it. And then next we're actually going to take our microfiber cloth and our solution and we're going to spray it directly onto the microfiber cloth. 1 or 2 spritzes is totally fine. You don't really need any more than that. But one thing to keep note of, please do not spray your solution directly on the lens. Number one, if too much pools up on the lens, you can actually seep it into the lens, and trust me, you don't want that. And number two, if you have too much solution on the lens at once, you can actually strip the coatings on the lens. It can be too abrasive and mess up the coatings on your lens. So it's good to just spray it directly on the microfiber cloth and then basically just take your lens and go in circular motions, just like this. And then you just want to take your dry side and go in circular motions. Basically all you're doing with the dry side is you're just getting rid of streaks that might show up in your picture. And that's how you clean a lens. Now keep in mind, if you don't have a rocket blower, you can still use compressed air. One thing you want to be sure of though is that you're holding the straw, because if you're not holding the straw comes out. So you don't want to make sure that it doesn't hit your lens on you. And also you want to keep it a relatively safe distance away from your camera, because there is liquid in this, and that liquid, if it goes into your electronics, can actually break your electronics. So just be very careful, and definitely don't spray it into your camera. But on the lenses, it's totally fine. Now there is one other thing that I want to tell you about. I just don't have it with me right now. It's called a lens brush, and basically if you're out on the beach where it's kind of sandy, or if you, let's say, drop your lens and little particles get around the edges, you can actually take that lens brush, you can brush around the edges and get some of those little grains or pieces out of there by force without, moving them around and potentially scratching your lens with the microfiber cloth and the, granules and stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how you clean your lenses. For those beginners out there, I hope this helps you a lot. Don't be afraid to clean your lenses. It's something that you should do every once in a while if you feel that it needs it. I will leave a few links below if you want to buy the stuff that I use. But otherwise, I hope you learned something, and if you did, feel free to give this video a like. If you have any questions, feel free to leave comments down below. and, you know, give me a follow because, you know, I want to make more videos like this in the future. But with that being said, my name is Cody and I will see you in the next video. Peace.